Okay, you guys. So, Cardi B announced that she is done. It's a wrap. She says she's officially crossing over to the Spanish market. Cardi said that's where the money at and she's going after.
This is that little cucaracha Selena moment from the show. Cause bitch, you know I speak money in English and in Spanish, bitch. Shit. After this album I'm putting out, I'm going to the Spanish market. I ain't talking no more English. Hola! No hablo inglés. It's time to get that Spanish money, bitch. They got a lot of Spanish money waiting for me down there, bitch. I'm gonna go get it. But for now, let's
one now. Even though it's a shock to fans, Cardi has been trying to cross over. Back in 2022, she sat down with Angie Martinez and told her she wanted to do a full Spanish album after her sophomore project. She said the Latin world wants it, but she also said it's more pressure than people think because it's a whole different world over there now. Cardi has been dipping her toe in the Spanish market, so I can't even say I'm surprised. So far, she just finished up her tour, and her album Am I the Drama is triple platinum. She already confirmed a third English album that should be coming out at the end of this year. And after that, she says she is done, and when Cardi said that's where the money at, she is not lying. The Latin market is one of the biggest markets in the world right now. In the US, Latin music just crossed a $1 billion threshold in 2025, and that's going to continue to grow. And let's not forget Bad Bunny has been one of the most streamed artists on the entire planet for years, and Peso Pluma is everywhere, and reggaeton is global. So Cardi going over there makes sense, and she's already built up her fan base and that community. So the foundation is already set, but the only thing is, a lot of her fans in the US don't know Spanish like that. So it's going to be a lot of people who are left behind. But to be honest, I'd probably still listen to her music without knowing what she's saying, okay? But I want to know what you guys think. Do you think Cardi can go over there and take over the Latin market the way she has over here? My personal opinion, I don't think she will have a problem. I think she has already set the foundation, and I feel like she's going to be a huge artist and make her own way. I'm really excited to see how far she is going to go. But let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think Cardi B will have success in the Latin market? And what do you feel about her leaving the English-speaking hip-hop space? That's all I have for you, and I'll talk to you later.
So I just woke up from like a little sleepy sleep because, you know, yesterday, not only did I have a show, after my show, I did like a meet and greet. I always do a meet and greet, but yesterday was like a lot of people. So I did a meet and greet of like 40 people. Then after I did that meet and greet, I took my wig off, put a wig on, kind of redid my makeup and everything. Then I went to the club and I drank a little bit. And even after I drank and I got home like around 5 a.m., I had to wake up like around 9 a.m. because my phone was ringing off the hook with this whole Grow Good stuff. Grow Good that came out today. Everybody just keep calling me because, you know, I'm trying to get everybody and everything situated for this Atlanta show. Like family and friends and everything is like my last shows. So I'm trying to have everybody like be comfortable, make sure everybody have everything. So I practically didn't sleep today. I took a little nappy nap. Then I went out to eat with my cousin and my aunt and my baby and my niece. And I slept and now I'm up. So, well, what I really wanted to tell y'all, right? Because you know how I did my little statement for that Grow Good stuff? I really want to let y'all know how that came about, okay? So I'm going to let y'all know how that whole Grow Good thing really came about 3 years ago, like around 2024. So at the end of 2023, right, my career felt really weird. I know that if I was consistent with the music, I was going to be back up where I want to be. But it was hard for me to be consistent with the music because my ears were shut down. I didn't like no songs. I didn't like nothing that was coming up with. I didn't like nothing that other people was coming up with. You know, sometimes when you like shut down and you don't feel like you have done everything and you have heard everything. Sometimes I'm like that even with clothes. That's how I felt when it came to my creative space. I didn't like what I was doing. I was doing things with Cardi. I was doing things with other people. And it's like, I just didn't like what nobody was coming up with. So it was hard for me to be consistent with music. I did had a couple of songs, but I was like, I'm not really sure if I wanted to put them out. But then, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. At the end of 2023, you know how we always be like, oh, at the end of the year, we're going to make plans for the beginning of the year. I did that. You know what I'm saying? At the end of 2023, my plan was to go to Colombia, remove my ass shots, shoot music videos for songs that I already had. And I followed that. And everything went down the drain. Let me tell you. I shot like what? You know what I'm saying? I shot like what? And while I shot like what, I was in Colombia recording songs. Like I did like what, and then I went straight to Colombia to remove some of my ass shots, right? While I was in Colombia, I had this really weird sadness that I was like, no matter, like I want to continue to follow with my plans, but I was so depressed that I couldn't continue with my plans like I wanted to. I came back from Colombia and I shot the music video for Enough. And we did the whole promo plan and we did everything, but I wasn't really confident and I didn't really feel good in myself. Then after that, I went to LA, and I went to LA to continue to finish my album, to keep doing music on my album and doing a lot of promo, because Enough is like coming out and we're doing promo. And like I said, I was so depressed and I felt so empty in the inside. And it wasn't easy, because like, not only I'm not sure where I'm like locked out in my creative site, like in my head. I feel like I have bitches jumping me. All these bitches. That's why I don't fucking like a lot of these female rappers, because when I was going through some shit, these bitches felt like they could attack me when I was in my lowest. I ain't never gonna forget though. I'll do all y'all bitches a hard time, but I don't even make it a priority. Like, it's like, you know what, I'm gonna get over that. But when I was going through a hard time, you bitches was trying to put me through it. But anyways, that's not the point. The point is 2024, I did a lot of plans for 2024, the beginning of 2024, but I was in such a depressed state that I couldn't continue. Then I found out I was pregnant. And I found out I was like 18 weeks pregnant. Now, bitch, how the fuck you found out you 18 weeks pregnant? Well, like I said, I had surgery, so I wasn't getting my period. But I thought I wasn't getting my period because I just had surgery, and I was thinking like, oh, well, maybe the surgery was just, it was a lot. I was in anesthesia for 6-7 hours. So, you know, like sometimes when I do surgery, I don't get my period for like 2-3 months. Come to find out, I was pregnant, and I decided I was gonna keep my baby, and I did kept her, and I love her. But while I was pregnant, there was talks. You know what I'm saying? There were talks. There was concerns from people that I work with. But I kept telling them, like I kept telling myself, I'm gonna still do the work, which I did. The whole time I was pregnant with Blossom, I never left the studio. Never. I was sleeping in the studio for 4 or 5 days. That's not the point. The point is, it was just not my moment. 2024 was just not my year. But in 2024, I told Patience, right? Because I had to make some money. You know what I'm saying? I have to make money, and I do make money, but you know, there's gonna be months that you make $2 million a month, or there's gonna be months that you can make 10, or you make 500. You know, you just never know what you make in a month. But I felt like in 2024, I wasn't making the money that I really wanted to make. And in order for me to make the money that I wanted to make, I had to take these festivals. But I couldn't take festivals because I could, but I couldn't. Because I just felt like, why am I gonna do festivals when I don't have new music? I don't like performing if I don't have new music. I kept saying, like, it's like, yeah, I could take the money, but is people gonna see me try to perform five-year-old songs? So I just kept saying no to festivals, and I just set my ass down. So I'm like in a whole limbo in 2024. And I kept telling myself, I told Patience this, right? Yo, I need to leave my kids something. Because I cannot depend on festivals. I cannot depend on endorsement deals. I cannot depend on these equity deals that I have done. Because I have a lot of deals that I did for, like, from equity. Like I did a lot of equity deals. Don't worry. I got my hands in a lot of pots. You know what I'm saying? I got my hands in a lot of pots. So I told her, right? You are not just somebody that I work with. You're like my sister. We literally, like, me and Patience have fallen out and come back, fallen out and come back, because she's like my older sister. And it's like, I need to build an empire. And I need you to help me. She has a different type of patient than me. She's a better talker than me. She's a better talker than me. She's better at doing numbers than me. And I know she's the type of person that is like, she's not going to finesse me because she wants to be just as rich as me. So I just know that thing. And I was like, listen, it's time for us to change our life around. And it's like, what are we gonna do to change our life around? And it's like, well, I'm not a makeup person. So that's something that I don't want to sell makeup because I don't know how to do makeup. I don't really want to do skincare because I just have good skin. So sometimes I just put Vaseline in my face, and sometimes I do like a whole skincare thing. But there's people that really take that shit to the heart. Like I have a cousin that he had acne his whole life, and him himself cured his acne with his skincare. So I feel like that's not my lane, but my lane is hair. My lane is hair, and I have another lane which y'all gonna see. And I told her, it's time. I'm tired of making other people rich. It's time for us to get rich of what we love to do. We need partners. We need this. We need that. And that's exactly what me and Patience did. And I had this conversation with her when I felt like I was at the bottom. At the bottom, yeah, I'm Cardi B, but there's bitches coming out. I have bitches that don't even have half my accolades dissing me. You know what I'm saying? At the moment. And I cannot even say nothing. Because one thing about it, like when somebody got a hype and they trying you just gotta shut the fuck up. You just gotta be like, you know what? Remember what Drake said? Like, but get it while you here, boy. Because all that hype don't feel the same next year, boy. That's how I was feeling. So I was like, you know what? Get it while you here, bitch. Because all that hype ain't gonna feel the same next year, bitch. So that's why I was just quiet and letting the shit play out. One thing about it, you gotta calm down and see how shit play out. Sometimes people think that I'm like very impulsive, but I'm not. If you, as a Libra, you know that we be like, all right, I'm gonna get you at the right moment. We just be quiet sometimes. Y'all think that we so impulsive, but we not.